we are going to start the temporary adjustments of prismatic compass. So before taking any type of observations, it is necessary first of all make the temporary adjustment of the instrument. Here the instrument is prismatic compass, so we are going to perform the temporary adjustments of prismatic compass. Number one is centering. So you fix the peg at the bottom. Okay, after this, with the help of tripod stand, you approximately fix the tripod stand so that the point, this its center point, coincide with the peg at the bottom. So with the help of any plumb bob or a small piece of stone or pebble, you can take it like this in two fingers and draw from the center to the bottom. Now you can see it is some eccentric, so you again shift the instrument accordingly. Then again you draw the pebble from the center of this tripod stand and see it will exactly coincide with the center. Now there is small difference there, again you try. So hit and trial method, after 2 or 3 observations it will be exactly at the center. So again you can see if you draw this, so there is small difference. Now so now exactly it is the center. Now first is centering, then leveling. There is a circular bubble in this prismatic compass. You make it in the circle, okay, with the help of this ball and socket arrangement. So now you can see it is exactly in the center. Okay, now you tight the screw from here. So now this compass is leveled, or otherwise you can take, if there is no like this cross bubble in the prismatic compass, so you take any pen or pencil that is circular in shape, okay, place over here. If there is difference, it will slide over here. So again from this arrangement you make this level when there is no movement of like this. Okay, so this side is at the down level, you can lift over here. Now you can see, now there is, it is in exactly in the center. Then it placed on the right angle over here, again observe it. So there is again movement, so it comes to be small difference is there. Now you can see, now exactly the bubble is exactly in center and it is well leveled. See, okay, now it is in the center. So this is the leveling of the prismatic compass. Then next is observation and focusing. So from the eye vein side there is a prism. You unlock this cover of the prism and turn it like this. Okay, now you can see there is a vertical stud or screw that is used for focusing like this. It will exactly erect the readings marked on the circular ring. So there you can make the focusing of the reading. So these are the 3 settings of prismatic compass. Number 1 is centering, second is leveling, third one is observation and focusing. So then after performing the temporary adjustments of prismatic compass, that is centering, leveling and focusing, now this instrument is ready to take the observations. So we can measure the bearings of different lines with the north. So here after performing this, now there is one ranging rod. So with the help of this eye vein and object vein, you bisect the object, the ranging rod, with this horsehair, looking through the slit on the eye vein, and make this line of sight joining the point of horsehair and station point. So after this bisecting, now you are going to take the observation of the angle. So from this you can see, after this focusing the prism, you can see the angle. It should bisect the horsehair and object, and see this reading comes to be 203 degree. This reading comes to be 203 degrees. It is in the clockwise direction. So with the north is here, this makes in the clockwise direction a angle of 203 degree. So this is known as the bearing of the line. In other words, you can say this is the horizontal angle that this line makes with the north. Now this north is magnetic north. We have two types of north. One is true north, second one is magnetic north. The north which represented in the direction of magnetic needle, that is known as magnetic north. So the bearing of this line is 203 degrees. So this is my north. I named it as magnetic north, NM. Okay, so we observed this now. The angle, horizontal angle made by the line, that is 203 degree. So this is the angle made by this line. This line is AB line. Okay, so we can see the forebearing of line AB is equal to 203 degree. So now we are going to measure the forebearing and backbearing of a line. So I can explain what is forebearing. Forebearing is the horizontal angle of any line that is taken in the forward direction of progress of work. Bearing of the line taken in the forward direction of progress of work. Then second one is backbearing. The backbearing of the line is the angle taken in the opposite direction of progress of survey work. So what is that? So practically I will show you and then I will explain in details. Okay, so now we will take, so I have the 2 points. One is station A, second is station V. Okay, so here on station A I performed the temporary settings of the prismatic compass, that is centering, leveling and focusing. So after this you turn the object vane towards the station point V, bisect the station point V and focus it and take the bearing of the line. This is the angle that it made with the north. Now this angle comes to be 150 degree. So I can mark over here. This is the angle forebearing of the line with the north. It is 150 degree. Because I am treating it in this direction, this is my progress of work, progress of survey direction. So it in the bearing of the line in the progress of work is known as the forebearing of line. Now I will shift this instrument to station B. So now I am at station B. Again over here I perform the temporary adjustments of prismatic compass, that is centering, leveling and focusing. So after this, now I am going to record the bearing of line again, AB line. Now it is from station B. Okay. So now you can bisect the station A with the horsehair and record this reading, because this is the opposite direction. Now this reading come to be 330 degree. So this is the back bearing of line AB. So you can mark it like this. So this is the back bearing of the line AB. This is 330 degree. So this direction is opposite direction. First is my clockwise direction, now this is opposite direction. Opposite direction means this is the direction of serving, this is the opposite direction to the progress of serving. So this is in the opposite direction. Now you can see this is the forebearing of line AB, this is back bearing of line AB. So there is a difference. If you can produce this line like this, this is straight line, so this is a straight angle. The difference between, so this angle is equal to this angle, this remains the 180 degree. So we can say difference of back bearing of a line minus forebearing of a line must be equal to 180 degree. The difference between the forebearing and back bearing of a line must be 180 degree. If there is some plus or minus, then we will discuss what is that in the next video.